I heard the fork hit the plate before I heard my mother say it. If you're so smart, she snapped, loud enough for the whole table, then pay your own bills. The room went quiet in that way that hurts your ears. My dad stared at his food. My younger brother shifted in his chair like he wished he could disappear. And my mother leaned back, arms crossed, already sure she'd won. I remember the smell of pot roast going cold. I remember the hum of the fridge. And I remember the heat crawling up my neck as everyone waited to see what I'd do. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I nodded. That nod changed everything. I grew up in a beige house outside Columbus, Ohio. 2 stories. Vinyl siding. The kind of place that looks calm from the street. Inside, love came with rules. My mom believed support was leverage. If she paid, she controlled. If she helped, she reminded you of it. Every bill, every grocery run, every tank of gas was logged in her memory like a debt ledger. You should be grateful, she'd say, usually when I disagreed with her. You don't know how lucky you are, she'd add, if I pushed back. I was the smart one. Straight A kid. Honors classes. Scholarships waiting in the mail. And somehow, that made me the problem. If this already sounds familiar, pause for a second. If you've ever been praised and punished for the same thing, tell me where you're watching from. I read those comments. You're not alone. In my family, success was only allowed if it didn't threaten the hierarchy. My brother could mess up and be comforted. My cousins could drift and be excused. But me? I was expected to succeed quietly. No needs. No complaints. No independence. When I got into a top state university, my mom smiled for the photos, then pulled me aside and whispered, "Don't get a big head." She paid my tuition, yes. But every semester came with reminders. We're sacrificing so much for you. You owe us. Remember who's helping you. Help that felt like a leash. By junior year, I was working 2 part-time jobs. Campus library mornings. Coffee shop nights. I paid my phone bill. My books. My food. But my mom still claimed ownership over my life because she paid tuition and insurance. One night, I questioned a decision she made about my schedule. She laughed. "You'd be nothing without us," she said, casually, like she was commenting on the weather. That was the first crack. And if you're still with me, tap like so this story reaches someone who needs to hear it. The night she said it, that sentence, was a Sunday dinner. I'd just gotten an internship offer. Paid. Competitive. Hard to get. I was excited. Nervous. Proud. I shared the news. My mom frowned. "So you think you're grown now," she said. I said I just wanted more independence. Maybe fewer check-ins. Maybe choosing my own car insurance. That's when she raised her voice. "If you're so smart, then pay your own bills." Her words echoed against the cabinets. Something in me clicked into place. That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling fan. Its slow, uneven rhythm matched my breathing. I thought about every time I'd apologized for needing help. Every time I'd swallowed an insult to keep peace. Every time I'd traded dignity for security. And I realized something simple. She was right. So I decided to listen. I didn't announce it. I didn't threaten. I didn't ask permission. I planned. I just didn't realize how angry she'd be when I actually did it. I moved out 3 months later. Tiny studio. Peeling paint. Train tracks nearby. I paid first month's rent with saved tips and internship money. I switched my phone plan. Got my own insurance. Took on student loans, quietly. I didn't tell my parents. For the first time, my life felt light. Hard, yes. But honest. No strings. The calls slowed. Then stopped. When I did talk to my mom, she sounded distant. Cold. You don't need us anymore, she said once, like an accusation. I said, I still love you. She didn't answer. If you've ever felt punished for growing up, comment below. I want to hear your story. I graduated summa cum laude. My parents came late. Left early. My mom hugged me stiffly and said, just don't forget where you came from. I smiled for photos, but inside, something hardened. That was the moment I stopped pleading. I moved to Chicago. Entry-level job. Long hours. Cheap furniture. I learned contracts. Budgets. Negotiation. I paid every bill myself. And slowly, quietly, I built something solid. 5 years passed. Then my phone rang. It was my mom. She needed help. Financial help. Medical bills. Credit cards. Family obligation. I listened. Then I said, calmly, I can't. Silence. She exploded. After all this time, she still thought I owed her. We met in person weeks later. Coffee shop. Neutral ground. She slid papers across the table. Numbers. Guilt. I slid mine back. My budget. My boundaries. I pay my own bills, I said. You taught me that. Her face drained of color. That was the climax. No yelling. No scene. Just truth. If this moment hit you, tap like. This kind of quiet power matters. She told the family I'd changed. They whispered. Judged. But something else happened too. They stopped controlling me. I didn't win by hurting her. I won by listening. By believing her words enough to act on them. If this story meant something to you, subscribe for more like it. Here's the truth I learned. Independence isn't rejection. Boundaries aren't betrayal. And sometimes, the best revenge is simply becoming unmovable. Tell me where you're watching from. I'm listening.